Hi, everyone. My name is Laura Albrecht, and I'm team leader of Public Library Team 1, and I'd like to welcome you to Watts Public Library. So let's get right into it. The Watts Public Library is a fictional library branch of the Los Angeles County Library. A team member, Albert, is an employee at one of Los Angeles County's branches and was kind enough to give us information and resources from this large and diverse county library system. So Watts is a neighborhood in Southeast LA, and it's perhaps best known for the Watts riots of 1965, and also the unique Watts Towers, which is an artistic monument that instills a sense of pride in many of the neighborhood's residents. Despite the racial and social tensions that put this neighborhood in the limelight during the civil rights era, the community is known for its ability to use racial tensions to fuel artistic expression. And a great example of that is these guys down here on the right. Those are the Watts Prophets, and they coined the term rap in one of their albums in the 1970s. And Watts is considered the birthplace of rap music. So Watts Public Library aims to support and embrace the community's bold character and passion for the arts. The neighborhood has about 40,000 people, and the two major racial groups are Hispanic, Latino, and Black. That actually makes up about 98% of Watts's population. So at Watts Public Library, we expect our primary customers to be youth and families. Given that almost 40% of families in Watts are headed by single parents, Watts Public Library promotes itself as a place of safety, relaxation, and learning for youth, but really for anyone who walks in the doors. We also expect library users to be job seekers. We have a career center and an extensive education and career resources, which Jay is going to talk about in the action plan later. We also want to attract emerging artists. One of our main attractions for that or resources would be our recording studio. It is funded in part by donations from recording artists like the Watts Prophets and also from grants from arts organizations. And this space allows emerging artists to create high quality work for no cost. For more novice artists, we have tutorials on how to use app-based audio editing software. And we kind of have a progression to get people into that recording studio, booking it and using it and recording really whatever they want, music, podcasts, anything that needs to get laid down on a track. Watts Public Library encourages youth literacy and technology literacy. And it also has a civil rights resource center. So LA County Libraries has a lot of different resource centers littered throughout the county. Our contribution is a civil rights resource center, which focuses on history of civil rights and the community history of civil rights, both in print and audiovisual materials and artistic expressions of what has happened and is happening in Watts. Much of the population of Watts is bilingual or Spanish speaking, so this helps to serve the community better. Watts Public Library also understands that not every home has good internet connection and not every student knows how to use a laptop, perhaps provided by their school, especially in the age of COVID-19. So we offer technology literacy classes for students of all ages who want to feel more confident navigating an increasingly online learning environment. And Anna is an expert at this, and she's going to give a short tutorial.
Hi everyone, my name is Ana Arevalo and I am Watts Public Library researcher and I'm going to be talking to you about the SWOT analysis. Next. So our strengths. Watts Public Library has partnered out with two academic institutions, Cal State Dominguez and University of Southern California. Current students in the Masters in Library Science program intern and volunteer at our library site. They gain career experience as library staff and work to create a program or project that enhances the library. The library has a recording studio that allows emerging artists to create high quality work with little or no cost. Next, our weaknesses. Due to COVID-19, the library has suffered a decrease of funds and budget cuts. The library staff needs training given that recording studios require a different skill set and we have outdated technology. Next, opportunities. The National Endowment for the Arts will donate a grant to Watts Public Library. Woohoo! We will partner out with community organizations and small businesses. We will collaborate with art shows and workshops led by local artists. And our threats are, due to COVID-19 has affected Watts Public Library, neighborhood violence and crime is high, and Watts community has high unemployment rate.
Hello, my name is Albert Carranza, and I'm the assistant leader and one of the action plans for the team. The action plan I will be talking about is COVID-19. Next. The rural libraries have always been a public open space for self-help and offer opportunities to the communities. COVID-19 has changed the role of libraries. The pandemic has forced 98% of all public libraries to close. And also social distancing is in effect, and that means libraries are not open to the public. So that means no access to library services and internet access, which is important to the community. COVID also has canceled all in-person programs and classes, like for example, the Road to Citizenship program. Yeah, staff service will need to telework or assign to DSW or disaster service workers. It's part of the employment of being a county worker. And budget cuts is one of the main points of COVID affecting it. That means layoffs, less money for supplies and books. Next. To continue library services, we need to adjust to COVID-19 pandemic. By following the Department of Public Health guidelines, Watts Public Library will continue new ways to serve the community. Patrons will be able to order books and DVDs through phone or online and pick up during the library hours. The next is create new virtual programs. With the use of the website YouTube, we could create videos to continue programs that the library usually have in person. For example, Makers Monday, Transformation Tuesday, Well-Being Wednesday, Arts and Culture Thursday, Fun Friday, and Stories and More Saturdays. Other than those programs, Watts Public Library could create videos for specific programs. For example, videos on citizenship resources or how to use technology to help with the technology literacy. Third, adjust is limited to opening when possible. That means limiting the amount of people inside the library and also having special times for seniors. And lastly, to help the community needs, the Watts Public Library will let patrons check out laptops and hotspot devices. And also, to help with the Wi-Fi needs, Watts Public Library will extend their Wi-Fi range around the library. Next. The main goal for the action plan is the road to reopening and normalization. Watts will continue to follow the Department of Public Health guidelines. And also, surveys will be distributed to the customers to help improve virtual programs and create new ones for the future. All virtual programs are important to the community. So that means continuing the virtual programs throughout the future. And lastly, they report everything for the future and to prepare for any future pandemics or any other similar situations.
Hello, my name is Kara Bailey, and I am the action plan leader for addressing neighborhood violence and crime. Next, violence in public libraries does happen. Public libraries have had theft, robbery, assault, hostage situations, arson, and murder all occur. I chose to add this article and quote because I felt both spoke to the gravity of what can happen in a library. One of the parts of a public library that can be both great and hazardous is that all are welcome. A public library is not a school or any other place where entrances is regulated. That can sometimes put librarians and patrons at risk, and this is something that the library, Watts County Public Library, is aware of and trying to minimize. Next, in Watts, people feel unsafe. The graphs are from Watts Community Studio, and these were surveys taken by the mayor people. They show people's feelings about the safety in Watts, and some things to note are that business owners perceive the biggest hazard to be the crime rate. Residents feel that they're generally safer at night than they are during the day because they aren't out at night. The biggest perceived challenge is violence and danger by the residents of the community. I added this quote up on the top right-hand corner because I thought it was a good quote that showed how resources can be valuable. It says, there are plenty of good kids in this mad city, but they just lack the resources and opportunity. A lot of great things and people come from my neighborhood. Just give us a chance. So that was from the LA Times website. Next, so our goal is to implement measures that increase safety. Some of the measures are, we're going to end working alone. We're going to install closed circuit TV, so CCTV. We're going to give personal panic buttons to employees. And we are going to be moving to being a fine-free library with no carrying of physical money at our location. And the hope is that implementation of these methods in and around the library will rise. Some exciting things to note is that personal panic buttons can allow the user to immediately contact emergency services, their coworkers, and it gives a GPS location. So you can have help right at your fingertips. And then fine-free libraries are really cool because patrons are not able to pay fines, and this can open up resources that they may have lost because of a fine. Evaluation of the steps that are going to be implemented will be done through statistical data and surveys. So we're just going to look at data from before and data from after the implementation of steps. And then we're going to also ask the community to tell us what they think through a survey. And if both show a marked improvement, then it'll be considered successful. On to you, Jay.
Hello, my name is Jay, and I'm one of the action plan leaders for Public Library Team 1. Next. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, marketing campaign strategy to be implemented to highlight the many resources that are already available through the Watts Public Library. This would include making and handing out print materials to be distributed to local businesses, along with highlighting the already vast amount of services that we have on the website. Next, once people sufficiently know that our services are here, some of the services we do offer are, well, we want to offer a questionnaire detailing job wants, needs, aspirations via the Career Center. All virtual was in person. And once we have the adequate information, then the library assistants that we have will have already outreach to potential employers and would become acquainted with local businesses so that a direct connection could be made between employers and future employees. The next logical step after that is one-on-one practice. The interview process is another hurdle when it comes to landing the right job, and you can get some of these skills by using the app we have on the website, Brainfuse Job Now, which allows you to talk to live job coaches. We understand that some in our community are either didn't finish high school, need to finish a class or two for whatever circumstance. So we have educational opportunities, high school completion classes, free diploma and career certificate, It's on the library's website. Another possible hurdle is path to citizenship, which the library covers through the Citizenship in a Bag toolkit, which can be placed on hold from the Watts Public Library and picked up via sidewalk service, which I think is super cool. We understand that Spanish is spoken at a large percentage of homes in the Watts community, 68%, versus 39% in all of Los Angeles County. So ESL services are available through the services on the library's website, which can be accessed with a library card, such as Lamos and Mango languages. The main goal is to help the community. We understand that not all have the same set of circumstances via education, lack of resources, job opportunities, but the library is here to support the community. And it is the goal of the Watts Public Library not only to be a place for books, information, and resources, but a place that functions to improve the community as a whole.
So, thank you to Anna for going to Watts and taking pictures and giving us a visual kind of guide as to where this fictional library is that we created, and creating this beautiful slideshow. And also thank you to Dr. D and to San Jose State University for providing this opportunity to collaborate, learn about public libraries in a deeper way, and to learn about information professions.